that spot into the finals of the Champions Chess Tour, and it's handshakes, it's go time. The big question, what is Magnus's approach? And he starts with the king's pawn opening. We haven't seen him employ one e4 so often during this finals.
Yeah, Magnus has been mixing it up, freestyling a bit, but I can remember so many clashes between these two in e4, e5. It's the main line of the Spanish, the Lopez opening here, and Fabiano, he's backing up his chessable course from it.
He did so much research, he put so much heart and soul into that chessable course, and no, this is not an advertisement, just knowing Fabiano, he trusts this opening weapon, and he's playing it against Magnus Carlsen. So much talk in the opening stage when they played the World Championship match was about the Sicilian defense, the Rasalimo, but from the black side, Fabiano, he trusts this as a big weapon, and Magnus seems surprised.
And this early bishop c5, this development, it's the Archangels. You pointed it out. It is the big course by Fabi, unchessable. And I was at the St. Louis, Rapid and Blitz, calling the action. And Fabi had so many opportunities to play this, but he didn't. And we asked him, why are you not plotted with Fabi's opening of the Archangels? And I have no doubt that Magnus has looked at that course.
He probably has, but I'm looking at his clock. He's the one investing more time. Is that because he trusts Fabi, knowing that he is perhaps the world's leading expert in this opening? That must be a part of it, but I'm looking at this position, and it's completely different from the other game. Not a single piece, not even a pawn, has been traded at this stage. And for Fabi, he knows the main ideas, and I think one of those is to push pawns in the center, and it's not the D pawn, it's not the E pawn, but the C pawn as a standard in the Spanish. You might move your knight out to the rim to attack the light square bishop and then push your c-pawn, but wow, he makes this kind of quiet rook move that catches me off guard, but I have to say I trust Fabi. Even if I don't understand it, he probably does.
Yeah, he is the expert after all, as I think 43 hours plus of video footage on Chessable confirms on this opening. Right now, Magnus has the pawn center. Visually, I like his position, but what next is again this standoff in the center. And I should mention there's history between these two in this exact opening. They faced off in the Isle of Man in this opening before, with some crazy tactics there a bit later on. It's just the two foremost experts on the Spanish opening right now, facing off against each other. We're guaranteed to learn, especially from the next few moves.
Yeah, absolutely going to be a masterclass in these structures and opening. And this mysterious move, this pressing it on the A file.
So the king can run. The question is, can it hide? And it's hiding in front of that pawn on b4. On the left-hand side of your screen, you see Magnus's king. There aren't too many pieces remaining. He's out in the open. Can that d pawn suddenly become a queen? Is Magnus actually the one with the upper hand?
It's really possibly turning around right now. All three results possible. A few checks. The position repeating itself. Will Fabiano bail out with a draw? This position's been seen already. If he keeps checking the white king,
Fabi wants more.
he wants more. He's playing for the win. No safe squares for Magnus's king.
You have to go on to the C file.
Have to step forward. Have to run forward with the white king.
But I think it's losing. You go up to c7, it goes diagonally. The black queen steps up one square to a7 with check. And I think it's a mating match. The rook will slide over at the end. I think that Magnus is about to get checkmated.
And Magnus, he slows down, but he's got 6 seconds to decide now. The rook can go on to the C file and win the queen.
Gives up his queen, Magnus Carlsen. Surely Fabiano's going to take it. But look at the white pawn. The remaining white pawn is so far advanced. Still not over yet. Magnus has lost his queen, but he's still fighting.
He's fighting because it's all relying on these two pawns moving ahead. And Fabiano Caruana on seconds. Can he convert this with just 4 seconds on the clock?
I think he made those quick moves to gain the increment. Reminder to everybody, 3 seconds added every single move you make. So a quick check, go block that pawn, and then push your own pawns. Fabi can win this game. Even if he loses queen for those 2 pawns, then he can push the pawns of his own. A rook can't stop, but he gave him away with check.
Wow, he just blundered the pawn with check. He should have pushed the other one, the G pawn. Wrong choice there, and Magnus is alive. Look at those white pawns, paralyzing the black queen.
And this can be scary for black because now the queen can't move anywhere with the check without allowing the d pawn to promote. And Magnus does he have enough to hold this?
Well, the problem for Magnus is that g-pawn will be a decoy. It's about to sacrifice itself. The rook on d3 can't move because the d7 pawn in front of the queen will be captured. Both sides, they're struggling a bit here. Fabi doesn't know where to go, but now it's winning for Magnus. He brings his rook all the way down.
Oh,
Rook hit?
He chooses the wrong square. He trapped his own queen.
And it's handshakes. Magnus Carlsen does the unbelievable. He wins down a queen.
Wow, miracles do happen. That was crazy stuff, and we will break it down in more detail later. Magnus Carlsen, on the brink of defeat, turns it around and wins.
Unbelievable turnaround. Fabiano completely outplayed Magnus Carlsen, but by Fabi's own words, Magnus is so resilient that you may get a winning position, but actually securing